This is Nerd Wars.
Which character should Princess Peach end up with? Mario or Bowser? That's right. Princess Peach Mario seems like the win, but man, Bowser's turned out to really have a crush on her, and the question is, does she have a crush back? Let's have the debate, settle it once and all for all. Don, who are you picking, Bowser or Mario?
I'm picking the Great Sorcerer King Bowser.
Woo, that means, Lynn, you have Mario.
Mario, yes.
All right, I'm excited to hear this. This is going to be bloody, I can just tell. You guys have something to prove. Do it.
Lynn, I'll let you go first. You've been eager.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Okay,
yes.
so my argument rests on this. Mario is an incredibly sweet guy. He decides to rescue absolutely anybody who happens to be in trouble. However, it may not always necessarily be Peach, and though he definitely has a crush on Peach and he definitely loves her, I don't think that she's the best for him. However, I do believe that he would be the best choice for her.
Okay, we'll hear more. Go ahead, opening.
Okay, so with Bowser, he is the best for her, as well as her with him. You're unifying two kingdoms that were at war at one point. You're going to be bringing on peace. And you're talking about a king who's not feared but respected by his own people. No, yes, it's on record. It is on record.
What? Cite.
That his own Koopas respect him. They don't fear him.
Because they're partially genetically related to him.
They're not genetically related.
In one of the games, it was implied that the Koopas were derived
that we're
from
genetically
him
related
in some
to
way.
a lot of people. Going back to the first mother of Earth, that's a lot of theory on that. But the fact of the matter is, they're not all his kin. He is the king for a reason, because he is the one that shows not only does he have the strength and the power to back it up, but he is also the one that gets the respect of his people in regards to it. And he can lead and rule them, where Mario just comes in like a one-man assassin army, just capitalizing on trying to kill as many people that come in to get some more coin, and then on top of which is not afraid of beating on children. Mario's a horrible person.
Okay, I'm really happy that you brought up the children factor. So Bowser Jr., he's been theorized many times that Peach is actually his mother, and it's been kind of stated in at least, I believe, one of the Paper Marios. He believed that that Peach actually was his mother, and he kept going on and on about it. I can't remember which one that was.
That's Sunshine.
But it was Sunshine. Yeah, it was Sunshine. So it already implies, if that's true, that they already had a previous relationship and it ended incredibly badly, and now it's already been an amount of time, and even despite the fact that they have a kid together, she doesn't want anything to do with him. And that every single time that she's ever kidnapped by Bowser, she complains, she screams about it. And there's another thing that I wanted to bring up. So, in turtle anatomy, because he does appear to be a turtle, and he's as close to a turtle, he's way closer to a turtle than a human, that's another argument. However, turtles, they can have a wiener that's up to 40% of the length of their carapace, the length of their entire body. Now, if Bowser is about 8 feet tall, and I've heard measurements online from 7'6" to 7'8"-ish, then that means that he has a nearly 3-foot long dick. I don't know how much porn you've seen. I've never seen a 3-foot dick get taken, especially one that opens up like an umbrella. And this umbrella would have a diameter of roughly 3 feet as well.
So your argument is
Yes.
that she's more human
Look it
than
up at
anything.
some point,
Her
or don't.
name is actually Princess Toadstool. She is not actually human. She's part mushroom.
Okay.
She's the leader of the Mushroom Kingdom.
And have you ever
And,
split apart a mushroom? They just crack in half.
They are literally a fungus that is spread, it is open on there. For all we know, he just goes right on top, and then it just naturally goes all over and
she's
pollinates
spores?
her. And then it just spores everywhere.
Well,
And they're both magical. They have magic abilities. But the fact of the matter is that you're saying that she always hollers and screams about oh, I'm kidnapped. Nah, man. She that's all politics in regards to it. She has literally been. She's one of the most powerful characters in it. She has magical power. She holds her own in 1 or 2 games at the very least.
Super Princess Peach.
There you go.
That's
And
it.
then she can handle herself. She doesn't really need rescuing. But yet, somehow, everybody just happens to need to rescue her. No, she just shows up. Where's she at? In a lockdown cage? No, she's in a room that's open, that's like literally has no doors. And like as soon as you get past Koopa, you're like, oh, you're right there.
Super Mario Odyssey, he steals her to forcibly marry himself to her while she's screaming, "No, Mario!" And he takes her away on an airship and then holds her prisoner in an area that she can't possibly escape.
Her and Mario have a relationship. They don't really have an actual relationship. They've known each other for years since infancy, and they have been at best of friends at most. And then every time she is get rescued, she gives the same reward to everybody else, a kiss on the cheek. She's like,
"Mwah." Which is why
and then Koopa has actually
shouldn't
helped
be dating
her out
her
sometimes. No.
Which is why he is better than her, but she would have him as the best possible caring relationship of all of her.
If you want to talk about past relationships, let's talk about Koopa with Mario. Mario with Donkey Kong, who was before that, he had a past job. He was a carpenter, and he had a girlfriend in a relationship, and he let her go. Pauline.
Pauline went on to become a mayor. She would be a better suitor for Mario.
At what point did they mention that she becomes a mayor, and that they said our relationship
Super Mario
is done?
Odyssey. They don't say that their relationship is done, but it's implied since it happened only once in 1981. Look, if I'm defined
having a side
by
chick,
something,
and Princess Peach is the side chick.
Yeah, kinda.
So you're saying it's better, like, I'm going to get with my side piece. Yeah.
No. She prizes, he prizes her as a human being. He never tries to enforce his will on her. He likes her, but he's never going to try to assume that she likes him. And when he does, in Super Mario Odyssey, when she is at the altar and she can either marry Bowser or marry Mario, she decides to say, enough, and say no to both of them, which means that she's not interested in either.
And she's left Mario on the moon.
She's over her Stockholm syndrome, and she's over her friend zoning of Mario. And I actually think in the future, Mario should be going after Bowsette instead.
I'm just going to say, there you go. Bowsette, if Princess Peach wants to go down a little bit different road, she can spice that up a notch on that top too. So that whole mushroom, opening up thing, that's a whole different story. He puts on a little crown and changes up the pace.
Since she's not interested in either, I honestly think that she should either go Rosalina, or if you're grossed out because you think that, Luigi and Peach are the parents of Rosalina, blah, 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 then in that case, Daisy, unless you remember that maybe she's the cousin, in which case, maybe some other female, because maybe she's just not that interested in dudes.
Let me just put it this way.
What's the argument, though?
Mario is the eternal friend zone.
Yes.
They've been known with each other for many years. Mario still lives with his brother, and he is just stuck in that friend zone, mooching off of the princess whenever they try to do something. I know my team wants to tag in, so I'm going to let them chime in because there's nothing wrong.
Okay.
Go ahead, Danny.
All right, so he keeps pushing this word, the friend zone, the friend zone. Everyone knows that the person that's stuck in the friend zone is the person that's best suited for that person. No. It is. No, it's true. In this case, it's 100% true because that.
Speak the truth.
There's a lot of people that like to get friend zoned and then they blame it on the chick afterward. Don't say that.
Yeah, that's irrelevant though. Just because they blame it on the chick afterward, that doesn't.
So you're saying
Mario's not a true nice guy trademark. He's somebody who believes.
No, okay.
That
First of all, not
being.
okay. Yeah, but not everybody who is in the friend zone is a trademark nice guy.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of times where you friend zone a person because the timing's not right.
Yeah.
Which
the
is
chick's just taking advantage. In which case, Peach is definitely. Just
we are
taking
not
advantage.
arguing whether or not Peach is better suited for Mario. We're arguing if Mario is better suited for Peach. So let's start there. Bowser is, in short, abusive as fuck. Okay? He takes her against her will.
He's so abusive that he scours the planet to try and win her over, to win the nicest ring, to get the most beautiful dress. But let's talk about sweet guy Mario. Quote or not quote. Mario's a bastard.
They're both bastards.
Don't blame him for not having a dad.
He's an unlicensed physician. He's a gorilla poacher. He's a plumber. He's a plumber,
Sounds
but
like he's
every
got
pipe
a
in the
lot of
kingdom seems to be
occupations.
filled with carnivorous plants and dungeons. He's a horrible brother.
The plumbing either.
Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay.
He's bad at everything.
So in Super Mario Galaxy, Bowser kidnapped Peach just because he wanted to see her, or he wanted to see her face when he showed off what he was doing to the rest of the galaxy and the stars therein. That's it. That was the whole reason, was just because he wanted her to marvel at the things that he did for himself. In one of the Paper Marios, maybe the first one, in Color, it was Super Mario Color World or something like that. I can't remember. It was a different type of game. However, in that, Bowser decided to bleed all of the Mushroom Kingdom of all of its color, and he bled Peach of all of her color while she was still sitting on the throne, and then blamed the entire thing on her, which means he doesn't give half of a hot fuck about her kingdom, about the way that her kingdom looks at her, or her own well-being at all. All he does is just idolize her for her physical beauty, as we saw in another Paper Mario where he's caught just sitting there worshiping her portrait without actually saying anything about her as a person, even one time. He only talks about how pretty she is. He only cares about that. He's a piece of shit. All he wants to do is kidnap her and then marry her and then consummate with his 3-foot dick, which is not good.
And do we have proof of Mario not wanting the same thing?
Well, he never actually tries to get after it. He's always interested and he's always in love with her and he's always thinking about her. However, he never actually tries to actively ask her out, possibly because he senses that she's not that into it, but possibly also just because he respects her space, possibly realizes that, maybe he's not, he doesn't own his own kingdom, so maybe he's not the best possible match for her. He wants the best for her.
He's not doing a good job cleaning the pipes, right.
Possibly because he's too busy punching dinosaurs in the head so they'll eat his enemies.
For her. And Bowser doesn't do that for her. He does it for himself, and because he just wants to get that booty. But now he has that booty as long as he puts on that special crown, which means it doesn't matter anymore. He can just hook up with Mario and everybody's great.
Just real quick, one point. They're monarchy, both of them. So this whole concept of love is kind of thrown out the window when in reality they need to actually get it married because eventually one of them is going to get so powerful they're going to have to go to battle. And they want to unite, like Khal Drogo and like Khaleesi. They got together to try to make sure the world is a peaceful place under their rule. And like you just said, if she's such a bad fit for him, I mean, do we really want them to be together? I mean, it seems like we'd want her to go to Bowser.
The argument is whether or not he's the best for her. He is the best for her. She's not the best for him.
I'll close this up. So basically, the argument is who's the best and whatnot. But in the perspective of it, it's basically Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
You're just looking at it
terrible.
from
The Beast.
Gaston, the hunter's point of view, which is Mario.
Gaston, the best character in the story. Yeah.
No, and the
Tried it.
Yes.
Well, fight me on that.
So
again,
listen,
later
I'll
time.
argue
We'll
this
do
later.
Augusta a little
But
bit later.
basically, Beauty and the Beast, the Beast is misunderstood about his motives and wanting to win over Beauty and win over for his people that are technically the silverware in that story. But now, in this case, they are the little Koopas that are running around. He has a country and a kingdom that he is ruling, not with an iron fist, but justly.
No, literally with an iron fist sometimes.
Like literally an iron fist.
Literally an iron fist sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the glove.
But
with the
sometimes you gotta be
spikes.
stern with your hand. That's understandable. As a parent, you gotta be stern with them so they can know their boundaries and not overstep. This
Wow.
is the same thing as being as a king. You have to take that role above your people and rule them.
Maybe
But-
Princess Peach has realized that she, like Queen Elizabeth, may lose some of her power if she decides to marry another powerful king, which means that she probably should stick with somebody who would only become a prince by title and not somebody that can usurp her throne.
Also, about your point on the Beauty and the Beast, the difference here is that the Beast has the personality of Gaston. So it's not just, the Beast is not misunderstood here. He literally is, because in Beauty of the Beast, Gaston is the actual Beast. And, okay, if you haven't seen Beauty of the Beast, man, then you got your own problems. So there's a
Koopa
difference there.
Raises kids that aren't his own. He has a heart of gold underneath the facade that is
Is that Lemmy and Ludwig and all them? Are they all his stepkids?
No, they
He
were
has
all
one-
retconned except for Bowser
He
Jr.
has
and Bowser
only
Jr.
one
is treated
child,
like shit.
Bowser Jr. And
So
then
the
he has
other kids
Koopa
are all
Links.
been retconned and don't exist
Yes.
in the
And
canon.
They do
Bowser
exist.
Jr. was raised by Magic Koopa. He wasn't raised by his own father even. Like, The only time I think he's only like actually interacted with his dad like twice.
Do we
in
know who
games.
Bowser Jr.'s mom is?
No one does.
No,
It's rumored that it's Peach.
yeah,
but-
it's highly implied in one game and it's rumored on the internet, but
Bowser
there's
Jr. called her
no
mommy.
definite.
Bowser has the wherewithal to set
All
the
right,
parental
okay.
controls and play games.
Peter,
with
go
his
ahead.
kid.
Final thoughts. Who's best for Peach, right? Bowser. It's not Bowser. Do you want to condemn her to an emotionally abusive, gaslighting relationship? That's not something nobody wants to be part of. Obviously, it's going to be Mario because Mario is going to treat her the way she should be treated.
Mario has done
human
nothing
being.
that's good for their emotional aspect. Look at Luigi. He's always second place. He does nothing. He's living in his bedroom.
So, are you trying to say that like
Actually,
kidnapping her over and over again is not abuse?
No, she's gonna be just sitting in there, ironing board, doing nothing, and has nothing to
that's-
grow
okay, so
with.
that's
and
even
Koopa's gonna
worse.
treat her like
So that's even
when
worse.
she's been kidnapped.
So
She's
you're
not
gonna
like
strip this
put
woman
in
of
this,
all of her
cage or anything.
titles and
She's
beauty
literally
and force her to
kept
do
and taken
laundry?
care of.
Monarchy.
All right, I heard enough. Time. Whoa, man, that was good. You got. How about a round of applause for that Mario canon knowledge? Man, I thought I knew a lot, but I learned a lot there. I hope you did as well. This one's rough. I mean, Don, I think you said some impressive things, given that he is kind of a monster that does kidnap her. That is reality that I can't ignore. So I did listen and I did it, but ultimately there's a lot of notes here. But the thing that stood out for me was something Lynn said of Mario's doing it for her, Bowser's doing it for himself. I think that really summed it up beautifully, and I got to give it to Mario and team. 2 girls and 1 Peter. Bravo! You've earned the Power Glove.
Wait.
Yeah! All right, that means the ambiguously straight trio has 2 points, and 2 girls, 1 Peter have 1 point. It's
We have 1
time
Peter.
for Who's the Best, where you'll be jockeying for 3 more points. Let's do it! Pull a figure out. Let's see what you got. Ooh, he's got the Grinch. Baby Kermit. The next question is, who's the best booty call?
Yes!
So easy.
Hands down.